Hi Vikram. Sorry,
Hey, hello again.
sorry, some technical glitch, and that session
That's
has.
how it happens.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
worries.
Hi Vikram.
Hey, hello.
Sorry.
Hi.
Hello again.
Good evening, everyone.
Technical
Welcome back.
glitch, and that session
That's
has.
how it happens. No
Okay.
worries.
Hi Vikram.
Hey, hello.
Some
Hi.
echo is coming from somewhere. I'm
Good
fixing
evening,
it.
everyone.
Okay. Now it's okay.
Hello.
Fine. Okay. So yes. So Vikram was telling us why strong legs are required for cycling and running. So
Right.
so Vikram, now stage is yours. You can start with warm up and your exercises.
Sure. So I'll just take you guys through a quick intro as to why it's important for runners to work on your legs, and it's imperative that we at least allocate 2 days in a week for leg workouts, moderate workouts for Wednesdays, and probably a bit more intense on Fridays, preferably, because once you're done with your Friday leg workout, it becomes obviously you get accustomed to running with tired legs. So let me begin by talking about as to why it's important for runners to work on your legs. As I was mentioning earlier, running is a catabolic activity which results in so it also puts a lot of stress on our muscles and joints, which is anywhere between 5 to 12 times our own body weight. So it's quite critical that we develop leg muscles, which reduces the risk of injury. And needless to say, it also improves overall mobility, stability, and range of motion, and also helps in burning a lot of calories and promotes weight loss. Also, a crucial element is that it gives you the confidence in terms of having a symmetrical body, and obviously sculpt a well crafted body with proportionate upper and lower joints. Gives you the confidence, and obviously it doesn't kind of make you look like having chicken legs with all bulked up upper body and weak legs. You certainly don't want to look like Johnny Bravo at the end of it. So to cut the story short, let's get on to our today's session. Essentially, we would have three sets, which is going to be a combination of plyometric, isotonic, and isometric workouts. So each set will have six routines, and I shall be giving you the demo for each of these routines. So watch the demo, and and then we can then move on to the main sets. So let's get on to the floor. Let's burn some fat and sweat it out, guys. Come on.
Thanks, Vikram.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's start off with warm up, loosening up, and start off with our hip circles. This basically improves flexibility of hips. So we give it nice rotation, draw large circles. The other way around. Okay, up next, let's do the good morning. So this basically works on your hamstring, glutes, and spinal erectors. So what you got to do is stand straight. I'll give you a side view as well. Stand straight, legs apart, and hinge forward from your hip area, and bend to a proportion that your back is parallel to the floor. Nice and easy. Don't rush through it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Coming up next is the hip extension. This basically fires up your glute and hamstring area. So what you do is probably take some support of the wall if required. Take support of the wall. Move your leg backward. Squeeze your glutes while doing this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Squeeze your glutes. 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Up next is the hip openers. So this basically kind of opens up your hip muscles. So this is how you do it. So this is the adductor and abductor movement. The outward movement is the abduction and the inward is adduction. 3, 4, 5. Let's do it on the other side as well. The outward movement is the abduction, adduction. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up next is the forward and legs, forward and side leg swings. So we can take support of a wall and go through the entire range of motion. 3, 4, and 5. The other side. Great. So let's move on to the squat jog. Let's give it a 1-minute squat jog. So like I was saying, they're going to be 3 sets and each set has 6 routines. I will give you a demo of each workout and then we get into the main sets. So you can walk along with me while I give you the counts. Stay with me. Come on, guys, stay with me. Okay, so let's start with the good old jumping jacks. I'm sure most of us have always done it right from our childhood. So let's start with our jumping jacks. Come on, count of 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So up next is the squat with calf raise. So watch demo and then we get onto the main sets. Right? Stay with me. Watch demo. So what you do is you squat, you go through the entire range of motion, squat all the way down, and when you come up, raise your legs on your toes. Once more, all the way down, and raise on your toes. Okay. So let's give it a 10 count. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Loosen up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out from your mouth. So gather your breath back. Up next is squat to jumping jack. I'll show you a demo, so follow me. Squat, jack, squat, and jack. So let's do this on a count of 10. Let's start. Come on, stay with me, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great going, guys. Stay with me, loosen up. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from your mouth. Okay, up next is the squat jumps. Watch demo and follow me on the main sets. Watch the demo. Squat and jump. Squat and jump. Right? So this is how it's done. Let's do the main set. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Okay. Up next is the squat step out. It's going to be plyometric workout. Watch demo. Step out, step in. That completes 1 count. So we're going to do 10 of this. Stay with me. Completes 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one. Come on. And 10. Woo! Wonderful, guys. Loosen up. Gather your breath. That concludes our first set. So let's get some hydration and wipe off the sweat. Take a minute's break. Change. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So, due to paucity of time, we'll just go through 1 round of each set. Okay? Coming up is the second set, which starts off with the single leg deadlift. Watch demo and follow me on the main sets. So, this is how it's done. Let me give you a better view. Okay. Stand with your legs wide apart and lunge forward. Lunge forward. The same with the other leg. Lunge forward. Okay? And this is how it's done. Let's do 5 on both legs. Okay? Starting with your right leg. Stay with me and follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other leg. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. Great. So up next is the bear squats with 5 pulses. I'll give you a demo. Watch it. Right? So bear squat, essentially you go down, you give it a 5 pulse squat, and then you raise a bar. Watch demo. I'll give you a side angle view so that you can get it better. Right? So legs are wide apart, proportionate to your shoulders, and you squat 1 and give it a pulse 2, 3, 4, 5, and raise. Take it nice and easy. Don't rush through the process. Go through the entire range of motion, especially when you squat. Let it not be just a 90-degree squat. It's better that you kind of go completely all the way down when you squat. Right? So let's do this together on a count of 10. Right? Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rise above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 2 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Feel the ball in your legs, guys. Wow, that was good. Wonderful. Shake it off, shake it off. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out from your mouth. Wonderful, guys. Great. So next is the borrower squat. It's again an intense workout. So gather your breath back. Stay with me. I'll give you a quick demo. Watch how it's done. So you squat inward, you squat outward, and you're back in again. This is how it's done. Okay. So that's how it's done. Now join me for the main sets. Let's do it for a count of 10. Stay with me, guys. Come on. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Good one, guys. I hope you're feeling the burn. All pumped up. Loosen up your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from your mouth. Stay with me. Good going. So, up next is the slow eccentric squat. What you do here is when you squatting, you come down slowly and you rise up quick. Come down, squat slowly, rise up quick. So when you're coming down, give it a count of 3. So slow, right? I'll show you a demo. Watch it now. You're going down, give it a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Rise up quick. 1, 2, 3, rise up quick. So that's the demo part. Now let's get on to the uh, main set. Okay, count of 10, right? Let's do it together. Come on. 1, 2, 3, up. 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 Slow, nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Wonderful, wonderful, guys. So that was the slow eccentric squat where you go down slowly on a count of 3 and you rise up quick. So we're going to reverse this altogether. So we're now going to do the slow concentric squat. What you do here is go down quick, rise up slow. So when you're rising up, count 3 and take it nice and easy. Don't rush through the process. Go through the entire range of motion. Watch demo, then we get into the main sets. Now this is the demo for you, right? So what you do here is go down quick, rise on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's how it's done. So let's start the main set on a count of 10. Stay with me and do it along with me. Great. Go down quick and rise slow. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 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 3. So we're done with it. So what you're going to do next is this. There's a 5-second isometric squat. So this is where we bring in the resistance, which helps in building muscles. So watch demo. What you do is you go down, you squat, and you hold. You hold, count 5. Okay? Watch demo, and then we get into the main sets. Right? Squat and count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rise above. Okay? So this is how it's done. So let's get into the main sets. So, okay, here we go. Squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Squat and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Squat and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Squat and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice and easy. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Squat and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling the one, guys? Wonderful. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! I'm feeling the one. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm enjoying this. Squat. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woof! Feeling the one. Come on. Last set. Let's give the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Wonderful, guys. How you feel the one? I don't know about you guys, but yes, that was a good workout. Woof. So let's take a well-deserved hydration break. Wipe up the set, we'll sweat, and see you in about a minute's time. Thank you. So we've concluded the second set. I hope you guys are loving this workout. So ensure that you do this at least twice a week. It's very important. Wednesdays can be a moderate workout, and Fridays can be intense. And it gives you an opportunity to run on tired legs, especially when you're doing your long runs on Saturdays. So try to implement this. Initially, you might find it difficult. You might find your legs heavy, a lot of joint pains, but you will fall in love with it. So as you start seeing results in your legs, a lot of muscle build up, I'm sure you'll start loving it a lot more. Great. So we'll move on to the third set. So this will have a lot more of lunges and workouts for your glute, right? So let's start with the third set. And what we're going to do now is start out with the pendulum lunge. Essentially what you do is you lunge forward and you lunge back. So that completes one routine, and we're going to do 10 for 5 on either side. So that's 10 counts in all, right? So I'm going to give you a demo on my right leg. So post which we get into the main sets. So I'm going to give you a side angle view so that you can get the posture right. Don't hitch forward or lean forward. Give it a proper 90-degree angle when you step forward and back, right? Here you go. So that completes 1, right? That's 2. So we're going to do 5 counts on both sides of the legs, right? So let's start together, starting off with the right leg. Stay with me on a count of 5 for the right and 5 for the left, right? 2, 3, 4. Don't touch your knees. 5. Wonderful. So we repeat for the left leg. So what you do is lunge forward, backward. That gives 1 round. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful, guys. So I'm sure you're feeling the burn. Your overall legs, glutes, hamstrings, everything is in action. So what we do next is try to grab your mat. So this is going to be a bit interesting and intense. So what we're going to do is the squat walk forward and backward. So watch demo. Try to get a mat for yourself so that you can measure the length of your movement. So what you're going to do is to and fro twice. So what this requires you to do is squat at one end of the mat and you walk forward. And then backwards. This is the demo. So this is how it's done. So stay with me. So let's get into the main set. So we're going to do to and fro twice, right? Stay with me. So squat and walk forward. It's pretty much like a duck walk. So take baby steps and move forward and back. Stay in the squat position. Don't lean forward, else you'll trip over, right? And here comes the second set. Small steps. Woo! Wonderful. So that's the squat walk, to and fro, forward and back movement. So what we're going to do now next is the side lunge. The old side lunge. Only request is when you're doing the lunge, go down completely, lunge completely, go through the entire range of motion while you're doing it. So watch your demo. Legs wide apart, right? Start with the right. Lunge completely. And both your feet should be grounded to the floor. Right? And this is how it's done. So what we're going to do now is move the main sets, 5 counts on both sides. Okay? Legs wide apart. Stay with me. Let's start now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Gather your breath back. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from your mouth. So what we're going to do next is the squat walk, but this is going to be sideways, to and fro. Okay? So earlier what you did was did a forward and backward movement. What we're going to do now is sideways. So we're going to do 2 rounds of this, to and fro, to and fro. So start from one end of your mat so that you can get your measurement right. Okay. What you do is squat and baby steps your side. How easy is that? I'm sure you must be enjoying it. Either enjoying it or cursing me for it. Wonderful. Okay, baby steps. Here you go. Can you hold? Have some fun. Stay there and move back. And hold. Stay there. Woo! That's great. Wonderful. So now let's get on to some routines on the mat so that I'm sure you'll get some rest. So grab a mat and time to go down on your fours. Wonderful. So we're going to start off with our donkey kicks. We're going to start off with the back kicks and the sideways. You get a better angle, you guys. Wonderful. So get on your fours. Ensure when you lift your right leg back waist, it forms a 90-degree angle. And you bring it back. Don't rest your knee. Let it be in the range of motion. Okay? So here we're going to start off with our main sets. Stay with me. Down either side. Come on, guys. 1, 2. This is for your glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you're lifting your leg up, ensure that you squeeze your glutes. Okay? Let's start with the left leg. 1, squeeze your glutes. 2, don't rest your knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. So there's another one routine to complete the third set, which is the same donkey kicks. You lift your legs lateral, sideways. Right? So watch demo. I'm going to give you a demo, and then we move on to the main sets. Okay? So we start off with the left, right leg, but I'm giving you a demo so that you can make full use of it. Right? This is sideways. Don't rest your knees. Lift your leg as high as possible, and maintain a 90-degree angle. Right? So we start off with our right leg, 10 counts on both sides. Okay? Here we go. Starting from your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. Now it's for your left. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. That completes our third set for the leg workout. So let's loosen up a bit, wipe off the sweat, and get ourselves some hydration before we move down to the cool down. Stay with me, guys. Any intense workout, it's quite important that you start off with your warm up and conclude with your cool down. Like many of the other athletes before me who had come here for sessions, conducted sessions, I'm sure would have advocated the same thought process. It's very important that you warm up before any workout, and at the same time you cool down a good amount of stretches, right? So this basically kind of ensures that your movement is free through the rest of the day. Else you're going to have heavy legs, you're going to kind of find struggle, you'd rather struggle with anything that you do for the rest of the day. So we're going to quickly move down to the cool down session. So let's start off with our quad stretch. So you can take the help of, for those who find it difficult to balance on one leg, like me, you can always take the support of the wall. And let's start with the right leg. Let's do the quad stretch. Long lean forward, body upright. It's just your thigh that gets bent, and give it a nice full form behind. Give it a count of 10. Don't jerk anywhere. Give it a count of 10. The other one. Go back and count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now let's do the hamstring stretch. So what you do here is you stand straight, you step forward, right leg forward, okay, and go down on your heels, bend in a manner that you're sitting on the chair, and try touching your toes. Your front leg should be straight. It's only the rear leg that gets bent, and try to reach for your toes. You might find it difficult initially if you're doing it for the first time. I'm still finding it difficult, but try at least touching till your ankle, or if you can touch your toes, wonderful. Give it a count of 10. Stay there. Front leg should be straight. Okay? Now for your left, go down as you're sitting on a chair, stretch forward and try touching your toes. And hold. Count 10, you should be done. Wonderful. So up next is the, as you all know it, the warrior pose, or the Virabhadrasana, as we see it in yoga. So start with your right leg, forward, lunge forward, go down, ensure that your knee doesn't protrude or goes beyond your toes, and hold. There should be no jerking. Stay still. Count 10. Don't touch your leg. The back should not touch the knee. Should not touch the ground. Wonderful. Now for your other leg. Lunge forward, go down, and hold. The knee should not cross your toes. Hold. Wonderful. You should feel your stretches in your hamstring. That's how it's done. So Now let's do a couple of pull downs with the help of mat. So lie down on your backs. Form a figure four and pull your leg towards yourself. You should feel the stretch in your glutes. Count 10 for your release. The other leg. Wonderful. So let's do the single leg hug. Hug your right leg and pull it towards your chest. The other one. Great. So there's one more last routine for the cool down. Let's get done with it, guys. Come on. So this is the malasana. So you squat, you sumo squat, tuck your elbows inside your thighs, and you give it a nice nudge outward. And stay there. Feel the stretch. Your count of 10. Great, guys. And that concludes our leg workouts for the day. Like I was saying, do this at least twice a day, twice in a week's time, and you'll see a good amount of improvement in your overall activities. Could be running, cycling, any other alternate sports that you're into. Legs are critical. So that's your foundation. So give it its due respect and ensure your body stays symmetrical. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Vikram. That was
Thank
an
you.
amazing session. I really liked it, and I'm sure our audience also enjoyed doing these legs workout. So it was really awesome session.
Thank
So,
you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the opportunity.
and I'm sure
Okay.
our audience is uh, feeling burned now. So let's take few questions.
Sure, most certainly. Happy to.
Yeah. So from Akshay Swamy, what are some of running etiquettes you wish runners followed? I think you have pretty covered it, like doing warm up, then cool down after the run or ride. Anything else you want to add?
Just one element that I emphasize, especially while training my group, is that focus on your breathing. When you're doing any kind of routine, breathing is of key essence, right? Especially when you're running, try to focus on nasal breathing. Keep your mouth closed. It may compromise your pace, but that's good on a long run. If you're looking at training for a marathon, it adds a lot of endurance in you. So ensure your body stays upright, look straight, and focus on nasal breathing. That's one key factor that I would like to emphasize, because most of us aspire to kind of the minute we're done with our first 10K, what next? Okay, 21K baad what? How do I kind of push myself to the next level? So most of the time we forget our basic fundamentals, and we try to kind of push ourselves to the next level. So take it nice and easy, as everyone says. Focus on body posture, because that's very important. In fact, we all think, talk about, running leads to knee injuries, which is not the case. It's just the bad posture that kind of leads to injuries. So what you got to do is focus on your posture when you're running, or are into any other alternate matter, lifting weights, when you go to the gym for that matter, breathing is of key essence. So focus on breathing. Any workout becomes much more simple.
Yes. So posture is important, foot landing is important, breathing is important. So these are the tips from today's expert. So
Right.
Vikram, in pandemic situation, many runners are going out with mask. So do you want to say something to them? So how they should run or walk having mask, or what should they do?
It's kind of a tricky question because you really cannot kind of encourage someone saying, okay, it's good to go without good to go out for a run without a mask. If you're not comfortable wearing your mask while you're doing any activity, be it running or cycling, suit yourself, but ensure that you maintain social distancing at all times. I personally, I'm not comfortable wearing a mask when I'm running because I go breathless. It doesn't work for me. So, but I do ensure that I strictly maintain social distancing. Even any form of group activity, it's very much possible to maintain social distancing because you're out there in the open. It's just about taking necessary precautions, use hand sanitizers, and you know, avoid a warm handshake or a hug.
Right, correct. Okay, so next question, let's take from Prabhu Dayal Sharma. He is a veteran runner. So, how many relax intervals should be in a full marathon or ultra marathon?
Come again?
How many relax intervals should be in a full marathon or ultra marathons?
Okay, many of them advocate the concept of walk and run. I personally find it very difficult because I weigh 86 kilos and prior to, I start off my fitness with a lot of bodybuilding, lifting weights. So like an elephant can't dance. Then, as the saying goes, many thought with my kind of muscle mass, it would be very difficult for me to kind of finish a marathon. But coming to the point, it's for me, it hasn't worked. Taking breaks doesn't really work because I cramp up. I find it difficult. Rather, what I do is I slow down, reduce my pace, and then kind of hydrate well and kind of move forward. But if you're getting a serious catch or a muscle cramp, it's a good idea to stop, do a bit of stretches and continue your running. I'm not a great advocate of, having walk breaks during any runs.
Right. So, follow whatever technique best suitable to you, Prabhu Dayalji.
Yeah. No,
And
no, suits your
there
body.
are many techniques of running or doing full marathons. So, follow whatever is best for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's take another question. Okay, so Mr. Kishan wants to know how we can make a balance between soft landing and powerful strides.
Okay, so what you really need to focus on is your Tuesday running drills. Focus on those, speed intervals and hill repeats. So that's probably the time you really realize the difference between how you really land your feet when you're doing an uphill versus doing a sprint on flat ground. So you probably kind of propel yourself forward a lot more on your toes when you're doing uphill compared to probably landing midfoot or striking your heel when you're doing a sprint. So put it into practice. Do it every Tuesday. We at Runphorics, do our speed and our regular running drills on Tuesdays. So it's quite important that you go through the entire training process so you figure out on your own, what really works in terms of landing your feet, depending on the kind of run that you're into.
Great. So hope Kishan got the answer. Okay, next question is from Vipin. How often do we try hill runs in a week's time?
Uh, I would recommend every alternate week. If you're doing your running drills on a Tuesday, one week could be speed intervals, and the following week could be hill repeats. And obviously, when you're doing your long LSD or your long runs, you can bring in a lot of variation instead of running the same route time and time. Each time, try to change the course. Probably this weekend this Saturday I'm going to do a different route altogether, which probably got a lot more hills for that matter, rolling hills for that matter. So you can bring in that variations, especially when you're doing your long runs on a Saturday. But coming to specific drills for hill repeats, try to do it every alternate week.
Thank you, Vikram. So with that, we end our question answer session. I think some echo is coming. Where it is coming? So that was an amazing session. And with that, we end today's session. And thank you, Vikram, for taking all the questions. And guys, please, if you have any other question, we could not take your question. You can feel free to get in touch with Vikram. His Insta and FB handles are mentioned here. So anytime you can get in touch with him, and he will be happy to answer your questions.
Most
And
certainly.
keep commenting, keep giving your feedback. It encourages us to bring such sessions to you. It motivates our fitness trainer to explore more and more such training programs for you. So thank you everyone for joining this session. And I would like to remind you that tomorrow's session is for strong core and lower back workout, and that will be taken by Apurva Chaudhary from Delhi NCR. Wow, another exciting session. So,
Indeed.
guys, with that, I take a leave and take care. See you all tomorrow at the same time. And thanks, Vikram, for joining us today.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.